Hello, great people. Welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. River State is in the news, and you wouldn't be wrong if you say for the wrong reason. Don't forget that there had been a lot of political crisis in River State. Other states have their own elections. Godfathers handed over to their mentees, but there were no issues. River State, there had been issues. Now, for Ohanaeze and Igbo, it was the turn of River State. That's the Igbos that are in River State. Ikwere had come out to say, we don't have a part with the Ndibos. But that's not just it alone. Right now, as we're talking to you, 2 rivers indigene have emerged as Ohanaeze Ndibo. The presidency recognized Mbata, Senator Mbata, as the rightful person. But then another person has shown up and he said that the elections took place in Port Harcourt, and that he imaged the President General of Ohanaeze Ndibo worldwide. And we're talking about the person of Uche Okuku. And he's right now considered to be the factional President General Ohanaeze Ndibo. Nigerians are screaming. But however, let me allow you to listen to him. And we'll be back to talk more and consider some of the reactions of Nigerians in respect to this.
All I know is that in line with our tradition, election was held on the 9th that culminated into the early hours of 10th of January 2025. In 2017, the Ohanaeze elections were held in Enugu because the President General coming from Enugu, who emerged from Enugu, Chief Nyawodo, is from Enugu, and the election was held in Enugu. In 2021, it was the turn of Imo State to produce the President General. The election was held in Imo State. In 2025, it is the turn of Rivers State to produce the President General. The election was held in Port Harcourt. And we concluded, the election was concluded in the wee hours of 10th of January 2025. I, Dim Uchechukwu Nnamokuku, former Secretary General, Ohanaeze Ndibo Worldwide, I emerged victorious in that election.
Mr. Okuku.
I don't know about any election that was held in Government House. In Government House in Enugu, it is not in line with our tradition. And of course, you don't hold election in Government House. How do you expect delegates to come into a caged place? Elections, even in political parties, are not held in Government House or in Aso Rock. Elections are held in places that people can access. So I can authoritatively tell you that the delegates were in Port Harcourt and returned officers. Now, the question people want to ask, why in Port Harcourt? I've told you it was held here because it was the turn of Rivers State to produce the national president. You know, if you had read through the papers, Dr. Achi presided over the election that returned the officers. Dr. KK Oba emerged the Deputy President General from Abia State. Manafa Obi emerged the Secretary General from Anambra. All the offices were filled. The list is with Admin Secretary. As I've said, you don't do something outside the Constitution, outside tradition, outside convention. It is a nullity.
All right, welcome back. Uche Okuku there telling us his position in respect to Ohanaeze Ndibo. So already we are seeing another factional President General of Ohanaeze Ndibo. Now, most people will believe that this man had always declared his Igbo-ness from when he was youth, and they feel that he should be the right person. But the investigation carried out as well shows that Mbata's father was one of the pioneering fathers of Ohanaeze Ndibo. But with all of this put together, do you see another political crisis in Rivers State as it has to do with Ohanaeze Ndibo, taking into consideration that Ikwere themselves do not even want to see any of their sons sit in this position?
Okay, but let's start with Mbata, John Mbata. Excuse me, Senator John Mbata. To start with, it looks like by nature or by political space, they have already chosen Mbata. If you watch the presidency, very quickly congratulated Mbata via his media person. And to top up the whole matter, Fubara, the River State governor, had also congratulated Mbata, which means by default, the political space have chosen who they prefer to be their Ohanaeze President General. But then again, let's not forget, when we keep saying Rivers, yes, it's the turn for Rivers and all that, but let's not also forget, even in the time and reign of the late PG of Ohanaeze that's the person of Emmanuel, late Emmanuel Wanyao. Yes, he was a recognized one, but we still had this one called Iziguzoro, who would always speak from the corner of Enugu.
Yeah, that one is the Secretary General.
Okay, well, that's true. But, another thing that makes it very interesting, this whole matter, is the fact that one that congratizes Mbata is the fact that where Mbata came out from, or the faction Mbata was declared the winner, we had a lot of top prominent Southeasterners, top political leaders, like the likes of Hope Uzodinma was there present, the likes of Anambra State Governor Soludo, Professor Charles Soludo was also there. Enugu State Governor was also there. And even this rich Anambra State entrepreneur was also there. Okay. A whole lot of them were there. And if you watch, when he was declared winner, he went round, congratulating them. I would have felt that if Uche felt that he had what it takes, he would have contested in the same ground with Mbata. But to me, I think it's a case of being hot, that his Igbo-ness was not taken into consideration. I don't see any crisis anywhere, because the truth of the matter is the powers that be are already with Mbata. Okay. Unfortunately. But he could go on and we have seen this severally. The disgruntled persons keeps dragging that's not it. But the question is, those that matter, who recognizes them? We have seen it in the likes of the River State Assembly. Even though they have declared their seat vacant, they keep on sitting. They keep on pretending as if they don't understand, and yet they keep on passing laws. But the question is, who is going to enforce the laws? So even if Uche keeps on insisting or trying to speak from the other part of Ohanaeze that is not recognized, nobody will recognize his voice. It's just simple logic.
Well, one of the issues which I wanted to talk about is, the unification force of the President General. He's supposed to be a symbol of unity, and he should be the one working to see how Igbos are unified, and also possible realization of some of the innate need of the Ndibos. Now that they are dual, don't you think that they may be sleeping in the court for a while? Based on what we are seeing?
I feel that if Uche is
a barrister, don't forget that.
Oh, that's unfortunately. I feel that if he believes that his Igbo-ness is being trampled upon, I think this is the more reason one. If he loves Southeast, if he loves South, if he loves Ohanaeze Ndigbo, I think the best thing to do is to reach out to Mbata and see how Mbata can feature him into the whole schemes of affair. But then again, there's something about barristers. They feel that they know where to settle it. But my fear now is that let it not be that there is, should I say, a sinister plan? I don't know, but time will tell eventually.
All right. There are some other issues that I feel that we should talk about, but we'd like to leave it there. What's the standpoint on all of these?